in its class.
Coco, 2008. Hello, Coco. 2008. Coco. Coco fait de la joie. Coco. 2008. Look at him lick papers. Look at him lick the papers with expertise. Look at how he cradles them in his beard. His beard has life. Notice the little things jumping up and down around his beard. He's got flowers in his hair as if he was going to San Francisco, so people would know who he was. Look at the way he licks.
18 and 29 to be retired for Monsieur Savard, November the 18th, and for Ken Dryden, January the 29th. You'll hear both those games and the ceremonies.
Roll your joint, Coco.
And the raising of numbers 18 and 29 of the Raptors exclusively here on CJAD. Canadians trailing the Bruins 2-0, heading into the second period of this morning's news conference. I asked Sarah what he thought when he first got a glimpse of this young goaltender leaning on his stick, and little did I know that Ken Dryden came armed with a prop.
Should I show the Soviet people?
Well, I just saw a picture this morning. He was leaning on his stick, and I was with the puck right in front of the net. He didn't look very, very nervous.
Did you speak in his ball?
I just want to show you this picture. I hadn't seen this picture before this morning, and I think it really tells a very large part of the story.
Coco Nick.
And here
Coco.
we have the scene. One of the greatest scorers in the NHL at that time, Richard Martin, here behind the net. The puck is about 5 feet away from an open.
Hello, Coco. Coco.
Serge has, now you'd think that I'd be a little bit concerned. But that's pretty much the story of Serge. I mean, if Serge has the puck and he's got it there, the puck is not going to be left there. It's going to find its way out of the zone, and somehow you pick that up. Now, I was wearing that mask, so that was in the first year or two, so I must have learned pretty fast.
Here you go,
You learned to listen to those defensemen in a hurry, didn't you, Murray?
Well, you know, the goaltender is always the general on the ice, and the goaltender is the one who protects the defenseman either by,
look how he's small.
The crease a little more.
Look at him, bro. He's like a chap the way he's
get around the net.
He looks like the guy from Bugs. Look at him, he's like fucking chap.
Always give you those words.
He's a champion. Look at him.
Very interesting
relationship
with
somebody George Biden, he has his own style.
Ken at times choked up very emotional today, but relishing the moment, and you can hear it
so happy
in his storytelling and in his laugh at the Bell Center. And for Sarah Savard, a moving experience for him as well. A young man raised on listening to Montreal Canadiens hockey on the radio, as he described it, growing up in a small town in Abitibi, and spending time in rural Quebec when, as he put it, the religion and politics and hockey were the only three sports. And for him, of course, hockey at times in his life came first. And Murray, he was just an intriguing guy. Renowned as GM for the great big stogie that announced he was in charge in his playing days, involved in horse racing, and what a character, what a man.
Well, Serge is just
had the mind of touch.
You know, he's connected with the right people. He worked very hard. Just spent a lot of time reading the newspapers, involved in with the horses, and to the point that time were.
You ever bet on one of his horses?
No. I haven't been. It's tough for me to get. I wasn't making enough to bet anything.
He's a champion of the people. Look at him.
But you know, you follow those guys around, and you see what Serge is so successful. He's a calmness.
He's so funny, this guy.
He's very intentional in his thinking. He thinks about things before he speaks. This Kenny does.